Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Way rolling river, Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Bound to go across the wide Zerry.
The old songs, full of nostalgia, give us a feeling of what it was supposed to be like long ago to be a sailor. Today, in this half hour, we're going to tell it like it is through music. Right now, for some of the people involved, it's something like the national purpose. And if we're lucky, we may be able to please them and you. That is if we can really sing it just like it is. In the beginning, at boot camp, it can be confusing, exhausting, frustrating, and some guys will wonder for the first few weeks how they ever got into this and why.
Confusion is the word and a censored word's another. From marching my feet, I like hamburger meat, and I wanna go home to my mama. I wanna go home to my mama. I wanna go home to my mama. From testing my brains, they ache like my feet. I wanna go home to my mama. The food is okay, but there's no place to eat. I wanna go home to my mama. Well, they got me believing I ain't nothing but dirt, and this is the 20th time that I've washed this shirt, huh? I wanna go home to my mama. I wanna go home to my mama. Do it over and over, 'cause the Navy way is right. I wanna go home to my mama. My head sure is a-swimming and my clothes are a sight. I wanna go home to my mama. I wanna lay down, but you can't muss the bed. I could die at attention and they wouldn't know I'm dead. And I wanna go home to my mama. I wanna go home to my mama. Okay, I enlisted. The draft was on my neck and I wanna go home to my mama. I had to go in, so I thought, what the heck? I wanna go home to my mama. I made up my mind in the Navy to serve. They say that everybody gets what they deserve. I wanna go home to my mama. I wanna go home to my mama. Oh, don't let me mess up. They'll holler some more. I wanna go home to my mama. Stupid, do 20 push-ups and do 20 more. I wanna go home to my mama. Well, a boot is for kicking. I guess that that's a joke, oh Lord, for a shower, oh Lord, for the smoke. And I wanna go home, I wanna go home to my mama. Well, confusion is the word and a censored one's another. For marching my feet, I like hamburger meat.
We have some exciting fellows, the Navy SEALs, the elite of the underwater demolition teams. These are guys who jump from planes, they attack under the water, and they fight on the land. And to hear them tell it, it's all in being mentally ready.
Navy SEALs is where it's at, not glory or a pay stub. Navy SEALs, what's happening? We call it a sun and fun club. You gotta hack the program, and some guys just don't make it. Gold medal swimmers and football stars, not all of them can take it. 50 obstacles by day with every muscle straining. In the icy drink at night, they call it tadpole training. They run you 15 miles, no sleep, until you're cold and groggy, then tease you at the water's edge. Oh no, not yet, young froggy. Let's sing another song or two until your nerves are steady. Let's go in the water, please, or we'll tell you when you're ready. The night will come when you go in a river operation. Life or death, young frogman, now no time for hesitation. Navy SEALs is where it's at, not glory or the pay stub. Navy SEALs, what's happening? We call it a Sun and Fun Club. Explosives, man, you think they're bad because you're spooked by danger. But by the time we use hot stuff, we know her. She's no stranger. Guerrilla fight in dead of night or mission strange and stealthy. They tell it like we're supermen, and granted, it's not healthy. But we are trained like none before. Till now it's purely mental. Half man, half fish, munitions pro with danger incidental. From sky above to reef below or river operations, it sure beats all that ship routine. And man your battle stations. To lay around, relax beach bums with sand and sun, that's living. As long as I am in Navy SEALs, it's worth the time I'm giving. Navy SEALs is where it's at, not glory or the pay stub. Navy SEALs, what's happening? We call it Sun and Fun Club.
Well, that's like it is for the rugged Navy SEALs. Truly an individual. Status and conformity are not his bag. He digs a small unit that works together and plans together. And it's the same feeling, esprit de corps, if you want to use the fancy name, for his brother under the sea, the sub-sailor.
Our chow is the greatest. The extra pay is gravy. The sub-sailor's duties, the best in the Navy. The view's all internal, no windows but one. When the periscope's up, you can look at the sun. So when it gets to me, 4 off and 4 on, give me periscope liberty up in the con. With water above me and water below, when monotony grabs me with no place to go, they give me this treat when my trick is all done. I get periscope liberty up in the con. Our chow is the greatest and the extra pay's gravy. The sub-sailor's duty is the best in the Navy. The view's all internal, no windows but one. When the periscope's up, you can look at the sun. So when it gets to me, 4 off and 4 on, give me periscope liberty up in the con. The long cruise is over, it's home to the base, feeling the air, the breeze on my face. You know, it seems somehow better down under the sea. The sun's so much brighter, more vivid to me. There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than up in the con, on periscope liberty. So when it gets to me, 4 off, 4 on, give me periscope liberty up in the con.
The guy with the highest casualty rate in any service today is a Navy hospital corpsman who's assigned to the Marines. Yet he's got the highest re-enlistment rate. Now that's kind of hard to figure out until you analyze his character. He's an adventurer, he's tough and he's scrappy, and he has an overriding need to belong and to help. He wears jungle utilities like the Marines, and he carries, in addition to his well-equipped field medical kit. He carries 8 bottles of blood strapped to his legs. He carries ace bandages stuffed in every pocket. 4 canteens of water. Now, the Marine calls himself a grunt, and anyone who's regular Navy a squid, and they normally mix like leather and tar. But he'll admit that the corpsman in the field is half Marine. He goes on all the ambushes and all the patrols, the rough rides, and in the middle of the worst firefights, when the grunt calls him, the squid is always there.
The squid to the grunt is a case of the hives. I'm corpsman, he's a Marine. Proud of his image as tough fighting man, as great as the world's ever seen. But when he gets hit, it's corpsman, he cries, Doc, save my life, he will mean. A man never knows why he lives or he dies, the bravest that we've ever seen. 7 days on patrol without meeting a soul. Charlie, I hope, won't appear. Today I might get it. God, not in this hole. Move it, Doc. Comes from the rear. Then he's there, opens fire, and it all hits the fan. Move up, says the skipper, they do to a man. Rockets, machine guns, the stuff's really flying. Wounded all over, wounded and dying. Corpsmen, they yell, you could hear it in hell. I move, for there's no longer fear. Corpsmen, they yell, you could hear it in hell. I move, and it's thank God you're here. At base camp, they say to me, Doc, if I'm hit, just leave me, 'cause I'll be okay. The platoon needs you living, not dead or in shock. For minor wounds, just stay away. The grunt's job is fighting, the squid's is to save. We love these Marines, it's not glory we crave. Out here I'm the doctor, without any staff. I treat 'em, berate 'em, and at times make 'em laugh. It's corpsmen, they yell, I could hear it in hell. I move without any fear. It's corpsmen, they yell, I could hear it in hell. I move, and it's thank God you're here. Well, the squid's job is done for the moment, and his wounded are safely aboard the medevac chopper, headed for one of the hospital ships, lying not far distant off the coast. The co-pilot is already alerting the ship to the number and types of casualties to expect. From hell to repose, the journey he makes, from squid to the Navy nurse team. The hospital staff is matching the stakes of death, and his life they redeem. When he awakes, several minutes it takes to know this is not just a dream. Round eyes I see, smiling at me. Round eyes, you're heaven to me. Hello, friend. Welcome back to the world of smiling, sympathetic eyes, a gentle hand to hold, and someone to listen. Listen I do for a month, sometimes two, every detail he has to recall. There isn't a lot that a woman can do. Out here, Navy nursing is all. A year out at sea isn't easy for me, getting seasick whenever it's rough. But I say to myself when I want to complain, look at them if you think life is tough. My thing, if you wish, is to nurse aboard ship and to comfort in infinite ways. It is pain, but it's joy, an emotional trip I'll remember for the rest of my days. Round eyes it goes, here on repose. Round eyes remember repose. Round eyes it goes, here on repose. Round eyes remember repose. Round eyes it goes, here on repose. Round eyes.
sailor just come from Hong Kong. To me way I blow the man down. If you give me some whiskey, I'll sing you a song. Oh, give me some time to blow the man down. Come all you young fellows that follow the sea. To me way I blow the man down. And pray pay attention and listen to me. Oh, give me some time to blow the man down.
You know, the old sea chanties were sung by sailors to expedite work on sailing ships. Work like hauling lines, turning winches, weighing anchors. Sailors don't sing much while they work today, but there's one group who might if they could hear themselves over their heavy equipment. That group would be the Seabees. So here's a chanty for a Seabee.
It might seem strange to see us sailors putting in our time on the land, sweating hard up on the beach, beyond the reach of ocean and the sand. Clearing brush, bulldozing patties, rigging poles and power lines for sound. Sometimes laying runway tar with sounds of war a-crackling all around. Us Seabees work in all conditions, weather, war, we're in control. Accommodations not so hot, 'cause like as not, we're sleeping in some hole. At night, if Charlie comes calling, blows the strip, well, what then? We waste no time in feeling bad. The pride we had, we get to have again. Me, I'm just a simple guy, likely never be a PhD. Let me drive the heavy gear, and I will hear the drummer who's for me.
Perhaps the most specialized man in the Navy, who even wonders himself if he doesn't leave some of his humanity outside the cockpit when he goes to work, is the carrier pilot. When you consider the sophistication of his aircraft, to say nothing of where and how he has to set it down, is it any wonder he's a bundle of well-tuned motor responses?
The carrier pilot's a special breed, rolling in at supersonic speed, delivering his ordnance on a dot, dodging a SAM, or whatever they've got. The bomber pilot's great delight is a low-level run at a 50-foot height. For the fighter, the juice, what I really dig is a one-to-one with an enemy MiG. It isn't the kill itself that counts, it's beating the odds as tension mounts. The Baron von Richthofen thing was great. My only regret, I was born too late. Our targets reached in spite of the flak. Bullseye scored, and on the way back, safe over water, we call feet wet, so all of us know whose cupboard is bet. When all have returned, well, we've won the game. If anyone's lost, it isn't the same. For the fighter, the juice, what I really dig is a one-to-one with an enemy MiG. It isn't the kill itself that counts, it's beating the odds as tension mounts. The Baron von Richthofen thing was great. My only regret, I was born too late. The key to the carrier pilot, pride, fighter or bomber, a Jekyll and Hyde. An individual on the ground. He's a buddy to all the guys around. but in that plane and ready to go. A finely tuned impersonal pro. And the juice for me, what I really dig, is that one-to-one with an enemy MiG. It isn't the kill itself that counts, it's beating the odds as the tension mounts. The Baron von Richthofen thing was great. My only regret, I was born too late. 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 Steel and polished wooden clothes, 1,200 lonely men at sea, trained to act with cold precision. But in moments of decision, I look around and every eye I see is turned on me. This is command, as every skipper knows. Liberty lovers, the saying goes, your leave long past and the die is cast. Tires on freeways, yes, they blow. Faulty alarm clocks fail to go. But 20 in one morning, oh no. I have no choice but to give 'em a steely blast. Captain's mast. This is command, as every skipper knows. Hold her steady as she goes and make 1,200 men one crew. Sailors good at their professions, duty done their proud confessions. And who will lead the crew? The crew knows their captain shall. It's called morale. This is command, as every skipper knows. When into combat our ship goes, and anxious weeks and months we slide, within gun range along the shore, as skills increase and more, I can't hide the feelings that I have inside. Grateful pride. This is command, as every skipper knows. This is command. This is command. This is command. This is command.
You know, it's pretty hard to define duty, patriotism, gallantry in contemporary terms. But maybe we shouldn't try. Their meaning is personal, related to what you do. The men of the United States Navy go to sea.
Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Way rolling river, Shenandoah, I long to hear you. Bound to go across the wide